For how stupid this looks, this would better sound way better. So.
I feel like it's right in my face.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the place where the sound comes out.
That's the place where the sound comes out.
We're talking about Advent calendar.
We're talking about Advent calendar.
And traditions.
Yeah.
Because we did the traditions one, and then you were like, Advent calendar. And I was like, no, don't talk about that. And you were like, but that's all of our traditions. But that's the whole thing, right.
And
so you've been having 25 traditions a year, and I knew nothing about any of them.
Right. Well, but honestly, they're not the same every year. So we do, there's certain things that we do every year, like we're generally right around Thanksgiving time. We put the tree out. We decorate the tree with the little train that we have that goes around the tree, and do the whole stockings and make Christmas cookies and cocoa and music. And so we kind of do all of that stuff like usually right around Thanksgiving time, because we just aren't patient enough to spread it out over
or just
the month of December.
Like Christmas.
We really like Christmas, so we do all of it all at once. But then over for the last several years, I've kind of done a Christmas countdown that we start generally December 1st and go December 25th, and that's the one where we have, and you've seen this, you just don't know it yet. We have these little white boxes that have the number of the month. So
I knew you did the thing. I just thought it was like, hey, today you get a Hershey's Kiss, and today you get an M&M. I didn't know you had whole projects that were going on.
Each of the days put a project in it. When I first started, it was more like just little fun things, like we're gonna color a Christmas picture. We're gonna I've done ones where I like made play snow, because we don't live where it snows. So we made play snow and built a snowman. And so mostly I've done ones that have been really just kind of fun and crafty, and we bake stuff or whatever. The last couple of years, as the kids have gotten older, and the last 2 years they were in school. And so that became really challenging to like have a craft that we would actually do every day.
Right.
That wasn't really feasible. So then I kind of did more like read a book or do a scripture or something that was more just really short, or I would do one major activity a week instead of something every day. So each year I've done it a little bit different. What we do the same every year is there's a box with a number.
You said
Sorry,
doo-doo.
I did.
Okay.
What we do the same every year is that there's a box that has a number on it, and the number corresponds with the day of the month. So December 13th, the box has a 13. I know some people do it the other way around, so there's the number 1 left when there's 1 day left. Some people do 28 days, like the whole 4 weeks of Advent thing, where some people do want to do 4 weeks, and so it's 28 days.
I don't really know what Advent means.
It's a thing celebrated in different denominations of the church, where the 4 Sundays prior to Christmas, like they light a candle. There's 4 candles. So
do you have to be an Adventist to do Advent things?
No, I mean there's a lot of church denominations that do it, like Catholic churches do, Lutheran churches do. A lot of celebrate Advent that way.
I didn't really care that much.
Yeah,
I'm still thinking about
anyway,
doo-doo.
Sorry.
So.
So there's a lot of people do it a lot of different ways. We've always just done the numbers correspond to the date. So
they know what the date is. On the 25th, they open up the 25th one.
I think that mostly helps me keep track too, because every now and then you forget one. And honestly, that's going to happen. It's not maybe not that we forget a day, but some days are really busy.
Sure.
Especially, we'll see how this year goes. Being homeschooling, we don't have a lot on our calendar for December, but last year in particular, the last couple years, it's in the school calendar. There's a lot that goes along in December with school programs and school Christmas shops.
And let's be honest, it's right as we're recording it. It is the night of December 2nd. And we haven't done any
and we haven't done any of it yet. So
we're already losers. Whatever we're saying, you shouldn't believe us.
Well, and what I was going to say is what I look at when I'm planning it is I always look at the calendar beforehand and say, what are the days that I just know we're not going to either open the box at all or be able to do any kind of large scale project? What do we need to keep? What days we need to keep really simple? A lot of times that ends up being the weekends need to be more simple.
Why? I thought
just we have family stuff planned already, or church on Sundays, or those days tend to be not typical in our routine, like
for
the Monday through Fridays.
Isn't Monday through Friday
Sure.
more busy, so
right.
you want to do it more to
Yeah,
the
no, and that's what I'm saying. You really have to look at your schedule going ahead and tailor it to your family and what your family needs. And I don't make up days. So if we'd put candy in the box, they get to eat the candy. But I don't make up the projects, because otherwise you have a day where you're like, oh, there's 3 projects that we missed, and now we're all stressed out that we have these 3 projects that we didn't do, and we have to, and then we're like putting pressure on ourselves to make this like super awesome memory that we're all going to have great happy feelings about, but we're not, because we're all stressed about it. And that's really the idea. The idea is that we're creating memories, we're cultivating that in our family, and the kids all look back on it and can recall the things that they've done. And so if we're all stressed and angry, I don't want those to be the memories that we look back on. So
in their world, there are days where there's just no project.
Right.
And you don't know if today's going to be a project day or today's going to be a candy day.
Right. It could just be a candy day. So if I know we're opening 3 boxes today because we skipped 3 numbers, then I will pull out, like, I'll maybe look at the 3 days, and a lot of times I write the project on my calendar so that I know, and I'm just kind of anal about that. But
I would put them in the night before.
Yeah, I did do it that way one year.
Why didn't you do it the following year?
I don't know.
It seems like that would make, like, I could have like all them like cut up strips and then all like chopped up, and here's my plan, here's my 25 days, and then each day just rip it off and put it in the thing, and then I've done that before. I wasn't planning on doing it that way this year, but I could change it. That does alleviate headache. It just kind of depends on the year. There are years where I know it's going to be a lot more unpredictable, and so yeah. Okay, and I assume like in the download or something, you're gonna put like here are my suggestions for things you could do.
Right. Well, yeah, and like I said, I approach it different in different years depending on what I want the experience to be like. So sometimes we've had with younger kids, it's a lot more crafty and just kind of fun stuff. This year with the older kids, I'm really wanting to do more kind of remembering stuff, and they've been asking me like, why do we use a Christmas tree? Why do we use lights? That kind of stuff. Yeah. So I'm kind of putting more
what did you tell them?
Well, I said we'll have to look that up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
not the answer they got from me.
Oh, what did you tell them?
I said it's a tradition.
Oh.
And they said, "What's a tradition?" And I said, "It's a thing you do because you've done it before, like a habit. Some of them are good, like brushing your teeth, and some of them are stupid, like picking your nose." So,
picking your nose is a tradition?
It's a habit. No, those are habits that you have.
Gotcha.
So for some, I guess, I don't know. I don't know what the Adventists do. Maybe that's part of their thing. But so I just told them it's a habit, something you do because you did it before.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to like give them the full on like what I write in my blog posts about what I really think.
What you really think about traditions.
Yeah, because I know that you're going to tell them something else. So. Okay.
Yeah. No, so that's one of the things that we're going to do, though. A number of the days in our countdown this year are going to be finding out the reasons why the tree, why Santa, why lights. I think gifts is one of them, gifts and stockings. A lot of them this year, too, are service-oriented and kind of trying to focus on gratitude and kindness and that kind of thing. There's a blog called Nourishing Joy that I stole a lot. She had a really great long list of, I think it's like 100 service-oriented ideas for Advent. So I kind of took several of hers for that, and then there's some like outdoor stuff and crafty stuff and just winter type things. But so that's all going to be in the blog post. Find the download for all of that.
Yes. No, that's great. That's fine. You can say that and like us on Instagram.
Or I could list all 25.
No, please, Lord, heavens, goodness sakes, gracious, whatever other non-curse words I'm allowed to say here. Yes.
The other thing that because we do circle time in our homeschool every morning. So the other thing that I just recently discovered is there's a book that we read called the Jesus Storybook Bible. That's a really precious children's Bible. But there's 24 stories in that book, and it ends basically with the reason Jesus came. And so that's one thing that we're going to add this year that I've not done before, but that should be fun.
Sounds adorable.
So
so that is the end of the traditions. We'll just give you the actual list later. What are your favorite traditions that you would do and you don't want to get rid of ever?
Favorite ones, learning new Christmas carols is one. I always forget like which ones that the kids don't know, and then I'll start singing it. Oh, Joy to the World, and they're looking at me with blank faces. So I try to add in like a new Christmas carol each year.
About Jesus. Bet you they know Rudolph.
They do know Rudolph.
Yeah, well,
and Jingle Bells.
I'll teach them the Christian parts. Why not make up their own song?
Oh yeah, that's
we're
fun.
like a music. Oh, okay. We don't have that one. That's going to be our new tradition.
They always make up their own songs, and they often make up new lyrics to songs they already know too. So,
bet you there's doo-doo in that too.
Probably.
Everything rhymes with doo-doo.
Yeah. So that's a fun one. Baking, any kind of baking stuff, gingerbread cookies, gingerbread houses. You have to do that.
Okay, anything that didn't work at all. You tried them, and good heavens, we're never doing that one again.
I really was trying to do a sleepover by the tree. Like, everybody sleep next to the tree.
Sounds like a great idea.
And it's really fun for like 20 minutes.
And then what happens?
People just need to be in their bed. Maybe when our kids are older, we'll go ahead and go back to that one, because I think that it would be really fun. It never worked out.
Okay.
Yeah, going to see Santa Claus, that was another one I thought would be fun. That the first time I tried that, they all freaked out.
Yes.
I think our oldest was maybe 4 or 5, and she was like, "Nope, not happening." And
I don't care what gifts he's got.
We never tried that again.
Freak.
Which is funny, because she, even at 8, she really still believes in Santa Claus, even though we don't talk about it, Santa Claus. But
we talk about Santa Claus. We specifically
talk
tell
about
her
how Santa Claus doesn't exist,
right?
And he's make believe, and she just really wants to believe in him, but she does not want to see the one at the mall. He's scary.
He's not really. He smells of ham and cheese.
Yeah. Exactly. Watching a new Christmas movie, that one always
run out though at some point.
I don't. Maybe there are Christmas movies I haven't seen. So
bad ones, maybe. You've seen Elf. That's all you need. That's all you need.
We did It's a Wonderful Life last year. That was their first time seeing that, and they really liked that one.
Yeah. Okay. That's long for a...
It was. We had to watch it like in little snippets. It helps that our nephews were in a production of It's a Wonderful Life, so they wanted to see the movie. We wanted them to see the movie before they went to watch the play, so they would know what was going on.
And we broke it down into a couple days.
Yeah, we did. It was in little bite-sized pieces. But so we're slowly introducing them to just kind of the classic stuff, and we're doing the same thing with books too. I add in new books. Like, we have a basket of books that we do. I originally was going to do let's open a new book each day, because I know there's been people that do that one, they wrap 25 books and then they'll open a new one each day in December. I just didn't have enough at the time when we started doing that, so it's kind of just become, we have this basket and then I give them a new one each year. And so so that one, that's one that we really like. So, and those books get put away at the end of Christmas, so they're fresh and new each year, and they're exciting to get them come out.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So those are our ideas for the Advent calendar. Yeah. Not many ideas here. Just go download the thing, and that's download all of our great ideas. Yeah. And I'll put some links in there too. There's a lot of people have compiled really awesome lists, and that's what I've been doing the last several years, is reading other people's lists and just stealing what works well for us. So I'll link a couple. What? You're not supposed to say the S word. Stealing? Yeah. That's why they put it there. Oh, here's my 100 ideas. Pick the ones you want for your Advent calendar. So if you steal from us, you're stealing twice. But I'll link to my favorite ones. Nourishing Joy, like I said, was one that I got a lot of great stuff from her. So, and there's a couple others that I'll put there. And as far as making the little boxes too, there's thousands of ideas on Pinterest. I just kind of went to the craft store and said, what could I get for inexpensively get 25 of them that I could fill, because I wanted candy involved. Not everybody does candy. Some people just do the project or the scripture verse or whatever. And don't do the candy?
And don't put candy in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
We call those bad parents.
We do. We put candy in ours. So.
Because we would rather have a happy memory than save our kids from their teeth rotting out of their head.
Sure.
So.
Anyway.
Like us.
Follow us on our blog at crazyblessedadventures.com and like us on Instagram.
Amen. It's Christmas. We're supposed to say something Christmassy at the end.
Amen is Christmassy.
No, for the Adventists maybe. I don't know what they do.